Hey, before you get started, I just wanted to give you a heads up. This episode's a little controversial. Gino and I, we talk about religion and politics a lot in this podcast. So if that's not your thing, maybe this isn't the podcast for you. But me and Gino feel that we should be able to express different opinions of one another, and just because you don't have the same opinion as someone doesn't mean you need to hate them. We don't always agree with each other, Gino and I, but we're still friends. So if we take these ideas and make them less taboo and talk about them more freely, then maybe we can better understand each other as human beings. We would never do this on our Let's Play channel. We talked about that. The Let's Play channel is more for just fun and entertainment. I mean, this is fun and entertainment too, but the podcast will also talk about more serious and probably controversial stuff too. So without further ado, here's the second episode of the Continue Cast. I hope you enjoy.
I always like to lean in. I'm just gonna smell the mic. Hi everyone. Guess what? It's another day, another podcast. It's currently Easter Sunday Eve. No, wait.
Sunday Eve.
No, that wouldn't make any sense. It's currently Easter Sunday evening. That's what I meant by Eve. And I just got back from church. I'm really religious. I'm super religious. That's why I want to do this really religious podcast. Just kidding. God, it's not real. Fucking idiots. Steve, what happens when you die?
I don't know.
Fucking bullshit answer. I hate that answer.
You know me.
I hate. Well,
maybe.
Well, you don't know. You don't know. I thought there wouldn't be a better way to talk about the most least controversial topic in the world, which is religion, than on Easter Sunday. I want to start off with a funny text that happened to me today.
Okay.
I sent it to did you see it? Did I send it to a group chat?
I don't think you did. So
I have I don't have a lot of friends that are religious.
Right.
I have like one left.
Okay.
One left. And I have a group chat to my friends, and I woke up to the, Happy Easter squad. Everyone's, LOLing up. What up, yo? What up? And then I was like, I can't believe Jesus died and then came back to hide eggs. Wild. And then my said friend said, that's not the point. And I, being a sarcastic asshole, went, well, prove it. Not thinking, I thought he was going to be like, oh, that's Gino. He sends back, and I never knew this. I learned something new about the religion I was baptized into.
Oh, okay.
The eggs.
Yes.
A representation of rebirth.
I figured that.
The point of Easter is that he died for our sins. He then followed it up with, I'm not getting into this with you today. And I just left it there. Then I sent him this picture, which I'll send you. You can put it on the podcast. I sent him that, which is, if you're looking at the screen now, you can see it's obviously Michael Jordan Duncan, and someone put a beautiful picture of Jesus Christ's face saying I'm back. So
for a second, I thought you were going to show me
a dick.
Yeah.
Really? Did you think that?
The one meme of Jesus where it's just like, share if you love me. I bet you won't, or something like that.
Yeah.
Jesus, and he's naked and he's hung. That one's pretty good too. I
love that one, and I like one where it's like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Yes.
And it's like I bet you won't share with your friends, and it's just Obi-Wan Kenobi. I always share that one, but sometimes like people will like show screenshots of like old women sharing that picture, thinking it's actually Jesus.
It's so funny. I love that. And
like I think it's just. And I don't, you know what? I was gonna say I don't want this to come off as the wrong way, but most people who are like super religious are pretty stupid, and that might come out. You might go, yeah, there's tons of people that's smart. Majority. We're talking about the ones that are like hardcore. I'm talking like born again. Because you're dumb if you think the earth is 6,000 years old. I put you in the category. I put you in the category of stupidity immediately. Because it's not remotely true. Or 10,000. I think it's like 6,000 or 10,000 years old.
I'm not going to say everyone's stupid, but yeah, if you're going to deny scientific fact, like fossils and stuff.
I
told you about the one person I worked with who didn't believe like fossils were real.
Yes.
That
human is stupid.
Yeah.
If you're, how about this category? There's really stupid, naive.
Okay.
And then I think that's only categories you can be if you're religious, because you have to be really naive to sit there and be like, I know this is my baby Jesus right here. This guy, he kissed me. You have to be naive, because then you look over to someone next to you and that guy's like, no, Muhammad's my baby. And he's kissing him over here. So you two are both kissing your babies, your favorite gods. But it's like, how do you sit there with such compassion and such resilience that I am right? And I forgot to mention the Jews.
Why don't you ask yourself?
And then the Jews. No, listen.
Because like every time you talk about that, I also think it's funny because like I almost feel like you're at the same level, because you're like, there definitely isn't anything.
Well, I'm
right.
I at least have something to go off of, which is the most basic. Where were you before you were born? Nowhere. Statistics would say from where you came, you will be again.
Yeah.
At least there's something. At least like wasn't like I was dead and I was like hanging out in like a fucking garden with a guy wearing sandals and long hair, and he's like, dude, I'm sending you to Earth, but I want you to know I'm sending you to Africa, and you're gonna get AIDS and die in 6 days. But I love you so much. Unless in those 6 days you were born, you were not baptized, then you're gonna burn for eternity. But I want you to know that I love you forever. I'm giving you AIDS. You will be dead in 6 days.
This just made me think of so my brother Gino knows he.
You have a brother?
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Never met him.
Good old
I hope he's a good guy.
He, my brother doesn't have like a high white blood cell count, so whenever he gets sick,
Jesus gave that to him because he loves him.
He gets sick really bad and he has to go to the hospital.
Well, he got the case of the lumps the last time, right?
Yeah, so whatever he had, and then he had like a throat infection.
Case of the lumps. That's what we just called it, because he had like he had a lump in his throat, and I was like, oh, I got a case of the lumps.
Well, I was just telling people that because today, when we were eating, sitting down together, me, my brother, and my mom's like, oh, we didn't say grace or anything. And Nick's like, dear Jesus, thank you for giving
I wish you recorded this.
Incurable disease. I just started laughing.
That's amazing.
My mom was just like...
Not happy about it. No.
Which my mom's not like super religious, but I guess somewhat. But I don't know.
But see, that's where naive comes in again for me. So you have an all, because you know the other thing. It's like if you I can't really talk too much shit about the Muslim God, because I really don't know anything about Muslims. I don't really know their religion that well.
Right.
I know bits and pieces.
Read the Quran?
I've never taken my time out of I should. I've read the Bible. I told you I had the Bible app on my phone for the longest time.
I think you did tell me.
Because I was like, what's a better...
Which version did you read?
Whatever the fucking most popular one is.
So like the King James.
Yeah, the one everyone did. Yeah, not the Old Testament. He thou shalt not sneeze on the 4th of May without... Yeah, something, yeah. Old Testament's even more crazier. But it's like even... Oh, shit, I was gonna bitch about something. I can't remember. Oh my God. Oh, I was gonna say something that's so naive. I remember now. Because... This is actually not my argument I made up with. This is an argument that Neil Tyson Degrassi used.
Okay.
And it's really good.
Too. Like what was
someone, I don't know if he was debating, so someone just brought up religion. He was like on a news show, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
And he was just like, I'll give you my reason for not. Mm-hmm. He's like, the Christian God, he's like, is all loving and all powerful. Mm-hmm. He's like, I look at the world and you don't see all loving. Or... Mm-hmm. So then he goes, so if that's not true, then it's either he is all loving, but he's not all powerful.
Right.
Or he's all powerful, and he's not all loving. So then that cancels out, and you're just, the most basic form of your God is already wrong. Mm-hmm. But then people just stare into, it's God's plan. So they tell you, God picks the most beautiful flowers first. You ever hear people say that? That's another one people say. Yep, that's another thing people say. Oh, your kid just died. You know what a priest says to you? God picks his favorite flowers first. Oh, you know what? I feel so much better now. You're so right.
I'm totally not upset anymore.
I feel amazing. I know someone listening is angry right now. And turned off. But you know, it's true. I think that's one of the most... It's stupidity. God picks his favorite flowers. Oh, well, you know what? My kid died of leukemia. I'm over it. I'm going to go pick my favorite flower now. Hallelujah. No one reacts like that. No one. That doesn't help. Balls on those guys to do that. Balls on those guys to do that. And then to leave and go fuck a kid, probably.
Oh my God.
Which has been proven that is rampant. I don't know about the Christian side. Because it's weird. I guess Christian Catholics, they're the same thing, but they're not the same thing.
I don't really know, but isn't Christian, like, they take it more seriously than Catholic?
I don't even think... No, it's, like, weird. Because, like, even... you know what? There's like 50 sets of, like, how you can blow Jesus. Like there's like 50 different ways to like do it, but Catholic is like the more obviously world-renowned popular version. And then but see, like I don't know if it is like I'm not skilled in the arts of knowing what you people do. I really don't. I see church. I just
call us in.
Can we come in? Because you see like I know like what's the word I'm looking for? Something Christians. Blank Christians is like angelic.
I've never heard that before. Is that a thing?
Yeah. Oh my God. I can't think of the word. I watched it. Like it's what that one guy is. That's a douchebag that wouldn't let people in his church when everything was flooding in Houston.
Oh, fucking.
You know that word is Joel.
I'm trying to think. Yeah.
Joel Osteen. I know him, but the type of like religion he has, it's like a word for it, and I want to say it, but I can't like remember it entirely and correctly.
Right.
It's like it's gonna annoy me.
Yeah. It just says I'm clicking on him right now, seeing if there's a thing. Non-denominational.
No.
Angelical.
Okay. That's what I meant. Angelical Christians.
God, what a fucking piece of...
He's a bad man, Joel Osteen. He's a bad man.
And not because he's religious. He's just a...
No. He's actually just a real shitty person. Because the other thing, I mean, listen, and it's tough because I have a really strong stance on religion.
Right.
Like, it's weird. It's like, at the same time, I don't care that you go to your church. I don't care you pray at home. I don't care that someone telling you flowers being picked or some bullshit makes you feel better. That's great. Life sucks. I get it. But I also think religion is like the most detrimental thing to human progress. So it's like I'm torn. Yeah. Like half of me...
Everything's like a gray area.
Yeah. Half of me doesn't care. But sometimes I'm like, no, I kind of do care. Because it's holding, and not just Catholic, but like
what about the
all religions
in Australia?
What guy?
The guy who shot up all those people.
Well, he was a white supremacist racist.
Oh, okay. It wasn't a religious thing.
Probably somewhat. I mean, even
a bunch of people out like.
Well, he killed Muslims.
Okay.
I think that was more just because of the anti-Muslim kind of thing that's going on.
Somewhat religious.
It's religion. There's a reason he picked Muslims.
People.
Well, today in the news, you don't even hear about it. I didn't even hear about it on the major networks. A bunch of churches were bombed today.
Really?
In some country, I can't remember the name of it, on Easter.
I want to look that up.
Yeah, a bunch of churches were bombed and a bunch of people died. But I didn't.
Shitty.
Yeah, and then it's like so. It's like like that stuff.
Sri Lanka?
Was it Sri Lanka?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bunch of them, I thought.
Killing more than 200 people.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought I saw. I saw it somewhere. I saw it on Facebook or I thought I saw it on Twitter. But I didn't really see it on the main news. I didn't really watch the news today, though, but my dad had the news on when I woke up this morning and I didn't see it. And then I was like just scrolling through Twitter and it was like 200 people plus dead in Sri Lanka church bombings on Easter. Who knows who did that?
Yeah, they still don't know. Apparently.
Yeah. Was it just... But you see, you never see an atheist blowing something up for science. You know?
I guess so.
We don't have any... I'm sure someone... Well, that one guy who shot the church was, I think, was an atheist.
Oh, okay.
In Texas. It happened not that long ago. It happened somewhere in the South. He killed like 6 people, I think. I can't remember his fucking name. Okay, but that's just a psychopath.
Yeah. I was like, how do you...
Because there's billions of people in this world every day that go to church, they pray to their God, and they just go home and live normal life. And I don't see those people are fine, but then again, it's just like I don't know why it's in the U.S. government so much. I don't know why the president puts his hand on a Bible.
Yeah,
we're supposed to be
separation of religion and state.
And I feel like there just isn't at all. But then
like it's hard to do because if you're religious, then you're probably going to base your values.
Yeah, and then this is why I get mad and I call you naive and stupid, because then I gotta wake up and I gotta listen to people. Oh, put a Christmas tree in the White House. Put it in there. And then someone's like, well, how about we represent all religions? No! And that's why I hate fucking religious people, because then they fucking hate other religions. But then they get mad at me for hating all of them. They're like, well, I can't believe us believe in God. And some Muslim's like, yeah. And he's like, no, fuck you too. I don't believe in your God. And then they fucking kill each other. It's like, I try to be nice, but sometimes I don't think there is any room for niceness anymore. I don't think there is, because they're fucking horrible.
Well, not everybody, but
you know what? That doesn't mean anything. Not everybody. That doesn't stop 200 people dying today. That doesn't stop a fucking psycho group named ISIS to behead people at fucking will and then take over huge chunks of Iraq and cause death and implant their Shara law where they chop people's hands off for stealing and shit.
Well, let me ask you this then. If, say, we lived in a world without religion,
yes,
do you think people would find ways to hate other groups of people? Humans
are going to kill themselves, right? Mm-hmm. But wouldn't it maybe help if we took out one less fucking thing? Wouldn't deaths, a few lives be saved maybe? If we were just like, all right, so if we took out religion, what would the death toll be today? How many wars would not happen if we took out religion? Yeah. There's still racism. There's still classism. Mm-hmm. There's still sexism. There's still alienism. There's still isms. So I also think humans are just flawed. I think we're very flawed.
There's no such thing as a human being.
Well, you're looking at
except for Dwayne The Rock Johnson
and me. No, which is it's just like I think like imagine if humans could just like stop staring at people's pigmentations of their skin and then stop believing that a man with a beard was all like, don't touch your dick. I created this whole universe so you don't touch your dick.
Oh, isn't that crazy, that one scene? We keep bringing up this movie, the one we were watching about the Civil War with Matthew McConaughey. Jonestown.
Great movie.
All these people like united together to fight the South.
Yes.
But still there's like that one guy who's just like, oh, why do we have to fight with, black people? And it's like, come on, you're like,
yeah, exactly.
You're really gonna make this a problem?
I don't like them blacks.
It's ridiculous.
Great job. People are so stupid. Yeah, they were all in the movie. They go against the Confederacy. And his black people obviously find the Confederacy, and his white guy's like, you can't eat our food. You're still black. And Matthew McConaughey's like, shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Let him eat.
He's like, for the love of God, we're fighting everyone. Union's not helping us. Confederates want to kill us. And now we're going to fight in our own camp. Yeah. Have a civil war instead of a civil war. That's humans. Maybe it's humans. Maybe that's why we suck.
So let's go back to, do you care if I take it away from religion a bit? I was just going to talk about...
Excuse me? Yeah.
Talk about like the people who do the mass shootings and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I was having a conversation about this with someone. Like
Barack Obama?
Yeah, actually.
I love that guy.
He's like, yo, Barack, I got a question for you. And he's like, yo, what up, Steve?
Hey, Steve, it's me, Barack.
It's me, Barack.
That's my Barack impression.
Wow.
Hey, me.
I thought he was in the room.
Hey, it's me, Barack Obama, and I support this message.
But no, like, I'm a big advocate for mental health and stuff like that. So if there was more outlets for that, and it wasn't as taboo to go seek help, do you think incidents like that would be less of an occurrence?
Yes. Also, instead of that would be less if we didn't let insane people buy guns. Did you know you could be on on America's Most Wanted list? I mean, you could be on America's terrorist list. You could be a possible terrorist.
Yeah.
No, it's like you're on we think you're a terrorist. You're on a watch list.
Okay.
We think you're a dangerous human being.
And you can still buy a gun.
You can walk into it and buy a gun.
That is nuts. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I'm all about owning guns. I'm all about it because I know there's a guy out there in Wisconsin named Greg.
What's up, Greg?
He has an AR-15. He comes home. Him and his son go out to the range. They go onto the back of their farm and they shoot targets and they shoot cans and they enjoy it like how I like to come home and watch the Giants game with my dad. And that's fine. This is the country we live in. It's our amendment right. But can we put a little roadblock? Like, all right, you're on a government watch list. You probably shouldn't be able to own a gun. You have psychosis and other mental issues. Documented. You probably shouldn't own a gun.
Yeah.
And it's not like, and it's just like the bigger the gun, maybe a few more roadblocks.
You go to college. You probably should
own a gun. That's like, if you want an AR-15, great. we have a few questions for you. And it's going to take a little bit longer than if you want to get a rifle to shoot a deer.
Right.
And that's not ridiculous, but the NRA, the way they think.
Yeah.
That's how the NRA thinks. Because I understand both sides pretty well. So I'm kind of neutral on the gun thing. Mm-hmm. I'm not for banning them completely. I'm also not for just letting things go wild.
Yeah.
NRA is afraid that any ground they give up is lost ground forever.
Right.
And they think they'll just keep backpedaling until one day the guns are gone, which is their train of thought. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people in the government that want to pass gun laws that are just completely ban everything. Yeah. Ban it. Ban this, ban that, ban this, ban that, ban this. Instead of going, well, how about...
I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, it won't. It won't happen. But we need some kind of regulation because I'm sick of turning on the news and seeing shootings every day.
Yeah.
You know? Where was I when the Las Vegas shooting happened? That was like the last like big bad one in America where that psycho dude smuggled in like a shit ton of guns and like shot so many people at the concert. I remember coming home. I think it was home, and the news came. I think Ed texted me. It's like, dude, turn on the news, mass shooting. I was like, you know what? I was even surprised. I turned on the news, and I was just like, it's another day. Like, there's no like, it's not like, oh, like all anymore, you know. And it's just like it's almost like I feel like it's just like a custom.
Do you think like it's partially whatever hotel he was staying at's fault for not having like good security? Like,
no, why? How did he have that much ammo and how did he have that much guns?
How?
And that's the thing. Should there be a cap? Because it's so
hard. Because if he brings in a duffel bag, it's his property, it's his business. Why should someone check? But
yes. No, the hotel, I don't blame the hotel at all.
Right.
I don't blame the hotel at all. It's Vegas. People bring in tons of suitcases. People stay forever. And people just stay for weeks and weeks in Vegas. They're not going to check. They don't care. The tip boy doesn't care what's in your bag. Cares what the tip you're going to get. I don't fault the hotel.
Right.
But then again, who I fault is how was he able to get up that much ammunition? And like the guns he had were like insane guns.
Yeah, I don't.
But then it's like, because then like if you like really go into someone, if you have two people who are against, like for and against it, it's like, it's tough because like the people against it are just like, this is stupid. We shouldn't have these guns. We should not have guns. And then the guy who wants the guns thing is all like, well, this is our amendment and this is how we keep our government in check. You know, we're always armed. Blah, blah, blah. Because what's the first thing a dictator always does? Takes the people's guns away, which is true. Almost every dictator, that's how they start. They take away the people's guns because you don't want uprisings and whatnot. But I'm like, but it's not the 40s or like the 1800s anymore. Trump has drones the size of cars. What's your M16 or A18 going to do against it? Right, AR-15. What the fuck? I made a new gun.
An A18.
I bet it's a real gun. I bet if I type in A18 right now, it's a real gun. I know an
AA-12 is the automatic shotgun.
I bet if I type in AA-18,
what's gonna pop up?
Oh. It said gun. Now it's only AA-12. Okay. Yeah, there's no AA-4. Well, someone should make it.
There you go.
Make an AA-18. It sounds really cool. That's like the whole thing, too, because they're like, oh, well, we have to stop our government from getting out of control. It's just like, you really think...
It's going to be like the Purge?
Not in the Purge, but do people think they could have a revolution like we did against the Brits, where everyone had a musket and a horse and a boat?
Yeah, no, I like to think that we're more civilized, but... Yeah, who knows?
Well, not even so. I'm saying if Americans started banding up together, and mobilized against our government, could they beat our own government? The answer is no. If the military didn't secede, the only way that would happen is half the military broke away. Yeah, and like generals broke away. But still, I don't think that can happen now because look at Syria. That's what would happen. It'd be devastation. Complete death. And on a larger scale, because our military is fucking insane. Because we spend $500 billion a year on our military, which is why we have all this shit. It's just like that's what I'm saying. Like if the military, it was just a bunch of guys like banded up together with guns, they wouldn't have to meet you in the field. A cruise missile off a fucking ship, you don't exist anymore. Right. A drone, you don't exist anymore. Okay, let's say we do ground troops. You're gonna be in the Marines? Who are trained and not working at a Walmart 5 days a week, you know, and get together in the woods on the weekends and shoot trees, you know? There's no right answer.
Yeah.
There's probably no right answer, unfortunately.
We don't know.
No, I know.
Oh, okay.
No, I do know the answer. It's to ban religion. Ban it.
That would be great to people came to this country for religious freedom and practices, and then it just ends up being banned.
Yeah. Or the other hand, where you get a state religion shoved in your face, which pretty much happens. Why is every president? Swear the Holy Bible. Why not the Quran? And then when a Muslim person gets in office, America loses their mind. Have you seen that?
We ever see that in our lifetime?
Well, someone in Congress, I think, there's a woman, Amar, I can't remember her name, but she's one of the first like Muslim women to be sworn in some kind of political office. I don't know if she's a governor. I don't know what the fuck she is, but who cares? Whatever. I don't care what their religion is. I just want someone in the job that's good at their job. She's good at the job, then congratulations. But all right-wing America right now is losing their fucking mind. Muslims are taking over. That's what they're yelling. They're gonna make Muslim a law. I'm like, what? What? And that's why it's just stupid, because it's like they don't care that, because these are the same people go, put Christ back in Christmas. Put a Christmas tree in the Oval Office. So your religion's okay, but their religion's not?
Yeah.
Because that's how,
I hear that completely.
It needs to be all or none. Mm-hmm. All or none, and I can't stand it. But I have no problem if the White House had a fucking stupid Christmas tree, a fucking stupid menorah, whatever that thing is called. Is it a menorah? What is that called?
A menorah.
A menorah. I don't know anything. Not a big fan of the Jews. Anyway, and
Don't say that.
What? The religion. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh my! You made it sound like the people.
No, I'm not Hitler. Or am I? No, I'm not. Or am I? That's up for you to decide.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm Hitler. I'm 150 years old and I'm still alive. And this is what I'm doing. I made it. Yeah, I made it to Brazil. And after World War II, and I stood there for 58 years. And then I moved to New Jersey and became a 27-year-old man. Yeah, that's all that. So what was it? What was it called again? The Jews?
The menorah.
The menorah and whatever. I don't know what Muslims even have.
I don't know either.
I don't know if they have anything. Whatever. A Buddha. Mm-hmm. What do Hindus have? People with arms, right? 20,000 different arms. Isn't that their god? Right? They have like a goddess with like a shit ton of arms.
I'm not going to claim things that I don't know.
I'll claim it. They have a thing with 20,000 different arms. And that's their... Every religion should be represented, or no religion should be represented. Even the people who believe in the spaghetti monster, the spaghetti god,
Pastafarians.
They should be represented. If we're gonna do it, everyone should be represented.
Is that actually a real thing, or is that just like a joke?
It's a joke, but it's a real thing.
Really?
As in, people do that to kind of be like, look how fucking stupid it is. Mm-hmm. But like people who do it can like legally wear it like a pasta strainer on their head and take their license picture and shit.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a way to. I think it's their way to show and to mock religion.
Okay.
Which I'm a huge fan of. I think it's hilarious because it just shows it's like it's funny. I
guess I also shouldn't be surprised at this point that we live in 2019 and people think the Earth is flat.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like you go to school as a kid.
Isn't that annoying?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what really annoys me?
When people don't believe in fossils.
When people think the Earth is 10,000 years old and then try to pass laws like Mr. VP or Boy Pence who wants to change the abortion laws and not have... Yeah. They passed something, a few states have passed it now that you can't get an abortion after a certain amount of weeks or something like that. But that's not the issue, is that how it's the same thing with NRA. You keep giving up ground. How long until they pass a law saying, oh, you can't have an abortion now? Oh, my uncle raped me and I'm pregnant. Well, too bad. Every child is precious. And until they get born, and then they go into the foster care, and not a single Republican or Democrat steps up and does anything about the fucking kids. But every child's precious in the eyes of God.
I just think BoJack Horseman, the show, put it good. It's like, now here to talk about abortion is a bunch of old white men.
Yeah, exactly. That's like my favorite thing too. When a dude is like, let me tell you how abortion should be. It's fucking ridiculous. It's bad.
Yeah.
It's bad, man. This country's fucked up. It's fucked up, Steve. It's bad.
Everywhere's fucked up.
That's how dare you say China's fucked up? They're the best president ever. He just got voted in president for life.
They also have child sweatshops.
Yeah, I know, it's sarcasm, by the way. I don't think China's the best.
Is that true what you just said?
Yeah.
Why? They have a president that's like...
He's president for life.
He's like an emperor, pretty much?
No, he's a president for life. It's a difference. He was elected to be president for life.
Really?
Of a law that he made, and then forced everyone to vote for him. Pretty much, it was like 99% people voted for him to be president for life. So
that's outrageous.
Is it? I don't know. Some people like that.
I guess.
No, it is outrageous.
Okay.
Of course it's outrageous. So is Putin's little system he has over there.
Oh, yeah.
Where he's the president for 4 years and then he's like prime minister for 4, but he's still controlling the active president. Because you can have as many terms as you want, but not in a row. I think you're only allowed to be president for like 8 years.
Okay.
But then you can be something else and then run for president again. But the guy who takes over is pretty much
puppet.
Yeah. So it's like
Bush and Cheney,
but worse. Because they left. You have shitty 4 to 8 years, but then they're gone. A lot of people think Obama's 8 years are horrible. Well, now he's gone. And now how do you feel? He's gone. He's the best.
People complaining about Trump.
No, he's the best. He gonna get them Mexican out here. What? Gonna get them Mexican out of here. What? What did you say to me?
You gonna make out with a kid?
I'm gonna make out kids and get out of here. Guy wants to make out with kids and get out of here. All right, man. See you, dude. Some Southern guy sounds like he's like, I don't sound like that. What? Now, I mean, maybe there are Southerners that hate him. I don't fucking know.
Who knows? Who knows?
Donald Trump knows. Yeah. So does the NSA, who's probably going to listen to this when all
they're going to put you on the list and you're not going to be able to.
I have to be on a list.
You think so?
Oh, I have to be on a list. I look at not so nice things on the internet all the time with my psycho cousin. I say dumb things near my phone, which the government is listening.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. And I say horrific things on Xbox, which I'm sure there's some kind of system monitoring that has
a bunch of 12-year-old kids on the list.
Probably. Well, I feel like maybe they age restrict. Like, all right, this kid's 12, but this is a 27-year-old man screaming about how much he hates the government, which I scream about constantly because I hate the government, and not like, oh, what do you? I hate those snowflakes, or I hate those right wing. I hate you all. So if you're a Democrat and you listen to this, I hate you. If you're a Republican and listen to this, I hate you. And if you're independent, I don't really hate you because at least you haven't picked a side. I'm pretty much that, kinda, but I hate the whole government. I don't like the whole system's got to go.
At least you're not like, I'm an anarchist.
No, there has to be them now. Yeah, there has to be law and order.
Yeah,
but I feel like it's corrupt. I feel like what's the one statistic that blew my mind the other day that annoyed me? Oh, there's more people in prison for weed than there is people who've committed like dangerous assault, stuff like that. Like people who've hurt other people and like almost killed them. There's more people in jail for weed than those people.
Those people have gotten away, you're saying? No,
I'm saying that people get arrested more frequently for weed than they do for people who hurt other people physically.
That's crazy.
We also spent $1 billion apparently against the weed, but they don't even spend even close to that for heroin, which is an opiate that's destroying the fabric of fucking society in New Jersey. New Jersey, it's really bad here in New Jersey, like really bad, especially down here in like Central Jersey and South Jersey. It's like there's so many people overdosing all the time. There's just fucking heroin is everywhere down here, like rampant, like really bad. Like I never even heard the word heroin when I was in high school, and now it's like high schools are doing heroin, which is fucking wild to me.
That's crazy.
That people are just shooting in their fucking veins up, and our government's like, don't smoke the devil's lettuce.
Is it really that bad though? Pot?
Yeah, I mean, still, we can't even pass it.
It's not as bad as like it was.
We still can't pass it.
Yeah, I guess so.
It's not federally legal, which is the stupidest thing in the world. States argue about it. New Jersey was going to pass it, and a bunch of towns in New Jersey are like, oh, if you pass it, we're not going to allow it in our towns. Oh, fuck off. Tax it.
Yeah.
Fucking tax it. You know what? I was complaining about how horrible heroin is and how, it's destroying people. But at the same time, I almost say legalize everything. Mass produce everything.
That scares me.
And then tax it.
I've heard your thing about it, and it's like...
Well, because this is the thing. This is my view on drugs, right? It's going to happen.
Right.
You're going to get people who want to get high are going to get high. So what comes from people buying drugs? All right, well, there has to be a drug dealer, right? Mm-hmm. So there has to be, then that person gets it from a person who makes the drugs, right? Which is also illegal. So those people don't want to get caught by prisons, or police officers. So they're going to be armed fucking cartels. And there's going to be other people now who want to buy and sell drugs, and they're going to be armed cartels. And then you got gangs, and then you got people killing, and then you got more crime on top of more crime. Because now, it's just like, it's like a one thing leads to others. So let's say you said, hey, this is legal. This is legal now. You can buy heroin at Wawa.
Oh my God.
Right? You can buy an opiate at Wawa. How about not just heroin? How about you can buy an opiate? You can buy a painkiller at Wawa. Right? If you're over this amount of age, you can go in the Wawa, you can get your fix. There's majority of people that take pain pills and do heroin, you would never know they do it. Completely functioning people. There's always going to be addicts. There's going to be people like, there's people who can't just drink alcohol normally. There's people who can't just smoke cigarettes normally. But there's people who can have a cigarette or two a day and be fine with their lives and be normal. There's people, you drink caffeine, right? You drink coffee every day.
I do.
Right? Every day.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have it, your day would pretty much suck, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
It'd be tough.
So used to.
It'd be rough. You should stop drinking caffeine for 2 days to see how you feel.
Okay.
You feel probably horrific. It's a drug. Caffeine's a drug and it's illegal. So what's in between some guy taking a pain pill in the morning to get through his day? Is it good? Is it good for you? Is caffeine good for you? No. Is opiates good for you? No, because they're drugs.
That's a lot worse than caffeine.
Why?
Because caffeine just like perks you up, but
just perks you up. But your brain is now chemically changed because without caffeine you can't wake up in the morning. Same with sleeping pills. What
you're saying is someone can function on painkillers.
I'm saying, what is really a difference between the drug caffeine, an opiate, a sleeping pill? You become dependent on it regardless. And it changes your brain chemical. Obviously, opiates have a more devastating effect because if you can't get pain pills anymore, that's when you go to heroin and then you fucking die.
So here's the only thing I would argue is I'm still like not comfortable with your idea. But if things were so easily accessible like that, don't you think more people would then be hooked on it? No.
Cigarettes have been legal my entire life.
Right.
How much cigarettes do I smoke?
None.
Alcohol has been legal my entire life. How much alcohol do I drink?
Not a lot.
Not a lot. How much alcohol do you drink? Not a lot.
Just when I go
socially.
out. Yeah,
socially. There are drug addicts, right?
Yeah.
And then there's not drug addicts. Drug addicts are going to get the drugs no matter. This is going to be an inhumane take. So prepare yourself.
Oh God.
But this is how I view the world. And this is what's going to make this podcast good. There are drug addicts. They are going to take drugs and they're mostly going to overdose. Why not make money off them? Why not tax it? Why not get something out of it? Because all we do now is waste money. And I know from personal, I've someone personally I know who has been addicted to opiates for over a decade now. And he's been in countless rehabs. Paid by who? The state, me, taxpayers. Been in countless halfway houses. Funded by who? Me, the taxpayer. And what has happened? He is still on opiates. He gets high. He goes to jail. Oh, which by the way is paid by who? The taxpayer. Me.
That's only one example though. There's other people out there that have gotten help.
And then what will stop them?
What would stop them?
What would stop them from getting clean still? If it's legal, what's the difference? If someone wants to get clean, they can still get clean. What stops people from smoking cigarettes or going to AA meetings? You got a vision. They make you look at illegal drugs like they are the worst thing on the planet, that nothing can compare. But caffeine is shown to be just as devastating to the human body. Fast food is addictive. That's been proven.
That's true.
That's been proven. Why? And everyone is. A lot of people are. I was going to say something else. Fuck. Cigarettes. Or they kill you, but they're legal. But they don't want, the government doesn't want you to think those are bad because they make money off it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, so I think it's a waste of taxpayers' money because people who are addicted to cigarettes, you don't see them going to like halfway houses and rehabs on the state's money, on my money. You don't see people doing that. Go out, get a fucking nicotine patch, you put it on your arm. AA. I want to do. Does the state fund that? Are there state funded AA meetings? I guess there is, right?
I don't know. I feel like it's.
I don't know how that.
I'm pretty sure if they do it at like a church or something.
I don't know how that works.
Someone's setting it up.
I don't know how that works. The whole thing is, all right. So if I keep going all over the place. The whole thing is, yes, these people will be here, and those places will probably still be there. But the difference is, you might as well make money off it. We have so many holes to fill. Schools are running out of money constantly. Roads are never fixed. Ever. There's a million things that money can go towards. And also, another big thing about legalizing it, you just got rid of a huge chunk of fucking crime. Because who's going to buy drugs from a drug dealer? I've used this example before. Would you ever buy cigarettes from a guy a block away from a Wawa?
No.
Never. Maybe if you're a kid, you would. If you were a kid, you would buy cigarettes or alcohol. But whatever. But like same thing, like if you're a grown adult, would you buy beer from a guy at a corner of a... No. You're going to the fucking store. Same thing would happen with heroin. Same thing that would, well, not heroin, like opiates. Yeah. Opiates. I don't want to keep saying heroin. I don't think we should just sell a bag of heroin.
This is like a fucking dispenser with.
Then again, whatever. You know what? Honestly, I don't really care because they're gonna get it anyway. My whole thing is, if you can make money, we're always hurting for it, right? We're $1 trillion in debt, right? And guess how much money you can save by not now chasing these fucking people around, especially the people who smoke weed. You know what I'm saying? If you just legalized it and then mass produced it, and kind of what you do with caffeine, you do with cigarettes, you do with there'll be plantations in the South of now poppy seeds, and there'll be plantations of cocoa leaves, and there'll be plantations of weed, plants everywhere, and then they would farm it just like they do tobacco. Some company, Marlboro, whoever, Camels. And then you walk into the store and it'd be weed, and there'd be cigarettes, and there'd be coke, and there'd be an opiate. You go in there and you go, fuck, give me a pack of that. You smoke it, you feel better about yourself. You go to work, you're a normal American citizen, or you're fucking addicted. And well, guess what? You're in the same spot, but at least we're making money.
Hopefully, if we would have enough money where we can have a bunch of stuff funded, where if people wanted to get help, they could get help. No. By getting clean.
I'd rather have kids learn.
But either way, like that would never. I don't think.
No, it would never. No, it would never happen.
Because if you're a politician and you ran with that, no one would vote for you.
Never happen. But it's an idea to know. Because has anything else worked? Has anything else worked? Last time I checked, there's still people addicted to everything.
I mean, it's going to happen no matter what.
That's the big thing. Because people get really. It's a shock to the system to say legalize everything. I understand. I understand. It's a shock to the system. But what about the people? They're already on it. So I'm saying, like, there's people that are already on it. There's people who have gone to many, many rehabs and done a million things, and they're still on it. And there's always going to be people like that. Walk around New York City. Walk around. You'll see them everywhere. There'll just, unfortunately, always be people, because I believe, too, I don't believe it's a full disease, but I believe there's something in your body that makes you more
susceptible?
Yes, to it. Like, you could hypothetically, you could put a big line of coke from me. I go, right? I'm high. But then I can wake up the next day and go, well, that was fun. And go on my life and never have the urge to snort.
Everyone's different.
But then there's someone that goes, and something in their brain just trips, and they're like, I need that shit 24/7. But it's an inflicted disease, because if you never snort a coke, you'll never be addicted to it. You don't do these things, you'll never be addicted to it. So it's like, is it a disease? Is there something in your body that makes people more chemically open to becoming addicted to substances? Sure, I'll believe that. That science makes sense to me. But I don't think you wake up a heroin addict and then go, whoa, man, I never had it, but I need some heroin. I'm addicted to this. It doesn't work. You have to try it first, you know? So it's like, that's why a lot of people, that's what the big stigma with it too. But I do think there's people wired differently than other people.
Of course.
That will try something and can't stop. Yeah. But then you should know that you're like an addicted personality. But it's tough.
Well, some people do. And they cave in, and then some people no.
And I just want to make $1 off them so my taxes can go down. It's a selfish reason, I can admit it. I just want to pay less taxes. I'll just admit it. I don't want to pay. I'm sick of the government taking my paycheck. So if I can pawn that off to someone else at someone else's expense, absolutely. That makes me a horrible human being, without a doubt. But I'm flawed. That's why you tune in. I'm not lying to you. To the people listening, I'll never lie to you. I'll give you my full, honest, and sometimes insane views on this world. And I will say it without hesitation.
Which is
a great thing, I think.
Yeah, I would think so.
I think so.
Because, like,
you'll always get me.
You can only censor yourself so much.
I will always.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, I think people are also afraid to say things sometimes now with people like with how the internet is. But you know what? I feel like people will respect people more who just. I will never. Well, I just can't say I'll never censor myself. I won't like walk on here one. Well, that's not true because I don't believe in that. I was gonna say I'm not gonna walk in and be like, all babies should be thrown into the sun, you know. But I would never believe in that. So I will always state what I believe with no. I would. Like I talked before in the beginning, in my stance of religion, it's very controversial.
Which I think, I think it's fine. I just think I wish more people were more open-minded with, okay, just because this person thinks differently than I do, that doesn't mean I have to hate them.
Good luck.
You could totally get along.
No. Not in this society. Not since we started climbing out of trees and picked up a stick. Was like, that fucking ape looks weird. See that lightly black ape? Well, I'm darkly black ape, and I don't like them. And the other apes are like, fuck yes, beat the fuck out of them.
That makes me think of Game Grumps in one of their Let's Plays. They were talking about people just like hating each other.
Yeah.
Aaron has this simile or this analogy where it's like a caveman sees another caveman. He goes, "Hey, that's not me."
Yeah, that's pretty. I think that's exactly how it started. Like, I think a caveman went outside, got tanned more than the other cavemen, and they were like, oh, or the complete opposite. Like, all the cavemen went outside, got a nice tan, they came back like, whoa.
You guys look different.
I'm dark as fuck, and you're a little white boy. Come over here, little white boy. Talk about you have a farmer's tan. You're like a degree tanner than me. Come here, you're not me. You're not us. And then they bashed him in the head, and then went on. But that's acceptable.
Why are your fingers fatter than mine?
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa. I don't like the way your hair's shaped. You're not me. And then just kept on going from there. And here we are. How long have humans been around? 600,000 years, I think. Almost.
It's estimated.
Oh, fucking. First of all, it's not estimated. It's science. Okay. First of all, God created us. Okay. 7 days. 7th day, took a rest, which I think is a little lazy on God, by the way, but that's just me.
You couldn't have done it fast.
Fuck. Yeah. Hey, if Thanos could snap his finger and half of us can disappear.
That's your religion.
I would, if Thanos was real.
You would bow to him.
I would. Yeah, he could snap his finger. Okay, 200,000 years.
Okay,
200,000 years.
200,000 off.
And yeah, so for 200,000 years we've pretty much been the same. But now we can fly planes and blow each other up at such more impressive rates. Like remember it was only a stone 200,000 years ago. Now it's a button. Flash, 100 million dead.
Yeah.
Flash, 200 million dead.
It's scary.
That sounds beautiful. Can you imagine the Parkway? Just clear. No one in the left lane going 72. No one in the left lane going 55. Just clear.
And once again, we gotta bring up the Jersey Highway.
It will
always be brought up.
It is my bane of my existence. Is the fucking driving in this state. I love my home state. I would defend it against an alien invasion. But my God, can we all learn how to drive together? Please? But it's almost time for Game of Thrones, so this is where it's gonna end. You can name this episode the controversial.
Yeah.
Name it.
I will say though, I think you were pretty biased and fair.
Yeah.
You were saying
listen, I can
religion. You were like you said you were okay with it. You just don't like when people are against science.
Listen. I'm not perfect either. I'm biased. Okay. Yeah. Look at it. I look at a church and I shrink. It's like a vampire. I'm like, you believe in ever happiness? No. But listen, like I was, I'm gonna give the people my honest views.
Yeah.
And if you want to judge me for it, you can come on this podcast. Okay.
I should think that'd be very interesting.
If you hate me, come on this podcast. You sit right across me and see how big and tough you are when you're sitting in my room that's owned by my mom and dad. We'll see how tough you are. See how you handle me grilling you. That's enough.
Okay.
Well, I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Bye.
Well, each other.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Kiss each other against your will. Just kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Not against their will.
Do it. I've proclaimed it. Kiss anyone you want. Doesn't matter.
No, consent.
18 and over. Then it doesn't matter. Goodbye. No consent.
Consent.
Okay.